YouTube, with the content there, obviously you need to put up videos, but a lot of people that go to a YouTube page, it's just the standard white. You can pretty it up. I'm not the most artistic guy in the world, but I put a lot of my company's colors on there, and that helped make it stand out a little bit. Like I said with Facebook, be regular. Make sure you're updating your site regularly. I've actually got to put a video up this week. Use Facebook and Twitter. Use those feeds to let people know that you updated your YouTube page. And if you do have followers, they will be updated as well. And the thing is, make sure the videos are relevant. And this is, make sure your content is relevant to what you're talking about. You can be goofy every once in a while, but, number one, don't try to be goofy. Don't try to make a viral video. Don't try to be funny, because every time you try to do that, it just is bad. Think of all the local commercials on TV where the guys are trying to be funny, like the car commercials. It's never good. So don't be that really wacky car salesman that just thinks he's hilarious. Okay, with LinkedIn, make sure your profile is the anti-Facebook. This is not for your friends. This is for people that you are working with or hope to work with in the future. I'll tell you my little sob story about that in a little bit. I think one thing to kind of keep content going on your LinkedIn page is link your business Twitter feed with your LinkedIn profile, and it'll keep things fresh on your page, because remember, you're going to be very regular with your updates on Twitter. I don't want you to have so many things that you forget to update, so if you can link some of these platforms together where it's a little less work on one platform than another, that will help. Okay, groups, like I said before, groups are very important. If there is a group for your industry, join it. If there's not one, make one up, create one. I've created 3 groups. One group actually for this presentation, and it's a way that after this presentation is done, I can sit down and talk with these people, and we can exchange ideas. And in fact, we've had a few people sign up already. And I have one for the Illinois video gaming terminal industry that I started. They're so important, and I think that's one of the best features that LinkedIn has to offer. Okay, so social networking is a way to reach out to your customers, and it's going to help you improve your business. And I know that is a bold statement, but it will. For gaming, for the video gaming terminal industry here in Illinois, there are only 2 ways that you're going to be able to increase your bottom line. And the reason why I say that is because we cannot induce locations. We can't give them a big screen TV to get their business. The Illinois Gaming Board has not allowed that to happen, and we have a set split with the revenue. So the only 2 ways that you can differentiate yourself is operating efficiencies, and I am not an operating guru. There are other people out there that are, but I'm not one of them. However, marketing is a great way to do it, and I know a few things about marketing. I'm no expert, but I've dabbled in this before. The more you know about your players, the more you can get into their skin and think like they do, and bring them along to what you're doing. It also allows, with social networking, it allows you to find more players, and it can show you, and you have the ability then to show these players why they need to be playing with you, and not just, hey, I've got a 2-for-1 special tonight, or it's Tuesday nights, ladies drink free. You know what? For the Tuesday nights, I want you to show those cute girls that are coming in and drinking for free why they should be coming in there. Showing a picture of their buddies having a good time on those Tuesday nights. You can show them why they need to be there. And getting back to bonobos, getting back to the pants, you can create your own advocates with social media, and people have. You know, the one thing that we have to remember, though, is that in our industry, especially with operators, is that operators have two sets of customers. First set are the locations. And you know, for a location, for an operator, it's easier to reach out to the locations because, you know, they may have 20, 30, maybe 100, but I'm sure they've been to every single location at least once, hopefully on a regular basis. But, you know, if the route is huge, hopefully somebody from the company is reaching out to these people. But then the second set of customers are the players. And not everybody knows their players, and I know that. It's very difficult. This gives them the ability to talk to those players on a more regular basis. And these players want to reach out to you. They want to talk to you. They want to tell you what they like and what they don't like about your games or your leagues or whatever. And that brings us into this direct line to our customers. We now have the Holy Grail. We can talk to these guys without having to spend thousands of dollars on cable TV ads or newspaper ads or radio ads. And in fact, those ads, that's all they are. You're not opening a conversation with these people. We now have the ability to do that. But on the other part of it is that people are afraid of that. And people have even said that they don't like that because then they can hear bad things about their business. That is not a bad thing. In fact, that's how you create advocates. Because if somebody had a bad experience with your company and they're going to tell somebody about it, but you have the ability to jump in there, you can make their bad experience a good one and they'll remember it. For example, there is a company out of Boston called Boloco, and they are like a Chipotle type, but they're on the East Coast. And this one lady, she was outside the Faneuil Hall location, and she tweeted that the music that was piped in from the speakers were too loud. Well, the owner of Boloco, or CEO, saw this because he had a search saved on his Twitter account. Again, it's a good thing to have. And so immediately he called the manager and told the manager what was going on. Manager turned down the music and then went immediately outside, found the young lady and said, listen, is this better? Is this volume better? That lady freaked out. She thought that was awesome. She tweeted it out, said, oh my goodness, I got this amazing response from Boloco. Well, then she wrote about it on her blog, gave even more press. It then was a story in her book that she ended up writing. I mean, that story is crazy. I understand that. Don't think that every customer of yours is, if they say something bad and you come back and you make it better, that all of a sudden it's going to be in a New York Times bestseller. But they might tell 3 or 4 friends and say, hey, you know what? There was an issue with the golf game, and I tweeted it out, or I contacted the guy through Facebook, and they fixed it the next day. Gave me a couple credits. That's awesome. You want that type of interaction, and now you have the ability to do it. Do not be afraid to have this line, the bat phone, if you will, to your customer. It is very, very important. With social media, you set the tone. And what's great is that everybody has a story to tell about their company. But you need to do it. Do not have an intern or a part-time person tweeting or Facebooking for you, or somebody that's not even in your building. If you want people to know your story, you tell it.